This July, we had a huge month of our dividend portfolio when it comes to buys, sells, capital appreciation, and more. And unlike many big YouTubers like Jeremy, we actually show our portfolio every month, whether it's the good times or the bad. And you know we're in a bull run when Kathy Wood's funds are up over 60% year to date. So today we have a really good one. I'm going to show you all the gains this month, my buys, my sells, my dividends received, and so much more. With all that out of the way, roll the intro.
Hello, I like money.
Alright, to start off, the current portfolio value of my portfolio is currently sitting at $19,324.16 with $233 stored in cash right now. This is up over $500 from last month where we were sitting at $18,703. This month our portfolio value got even near $20,000, near $19,800. We have been on a bit of a decline though in the recent week. My biggest gainers this month, I would definitely say SCHD needs to be up there. They've had a really nice run recently. Apple's also been a really good gainer for me. Starbucks recently has done really well. As for my biggest losers this month, Microsoft has to be up there, but I'm fine with a bit of a correction. I thought they were a bit overpriced anyway. As for me actually adding to Microsoft and a dip, it would probably get back to near 270s for me to start considering. I already have a lot of my portfolio in Microsoft right now. And also Union Pacific and Costco have been huge gainers for me recently. My estimated annual income is sitting at $505.41. This has pretty much been stagnant for last month, even though my portfolio I view qualitatively as growing. I'm investing a lot in lower yielder stocks and obviously selling out of some higher yielder, unhealthy stocks in my opinion. I still have the goal of getting $100 in dividends in December and I definitely think we can do it. Alright, now let's move on to the dividends that I got in July. And to start the month off, what is more American than getting a dividend from Coca-Cola on the 3rd of July? I don't know. We got $5.35 from Coke. Right now, you guys obviously know I'm not buying Coke. I think it's overvalued. There's not a whole lot of growth there, but I am reinvesting my dividends. I think it is a staple of a company. You're not going to see huge growth. Coke's business fundamentals are very strong, but it does give me some questions of how it's going to grow in the future. I actually have had some thoughts about possibly selling a part of my Coke position, but right now, I'm most likely just going to hold. Then I got a whopping 35 cents from my one share of Nike. Nike is a company that I've been meaning to add to, and I'm likely going to buy it if it dips down into the hundreds again, or even 90s. I mean, Nike is a very strong business, don't get me wrong, but these valuations are a little pricey for my liking. With that said, though, they do reward shareholders with a really nice growing dividend, and their financials are great. Next, we got $6.81 from Vici, everybody's favorite Las Vegas-based REIT. Vici's been trading really weirdly recently. It doesn't feel like they're ever going up or they're going down. I think Vici is in an attractive price right now, and if it even dips into the high 20s, I will definitely load up. I already have a sizable amount of Vici though, and I do think that intrinsically right now it is growing as a company, even though the price isn't reflecting it. I'll happily reinvest my dividends at these low prices though. Next, we got a whopping $12.24 from everybody's favorite tobacco company, Altria. Why would we not want to profit off of nicotine-addicted teens blowing on flavored air in the school bathrooms in the middle of the day? Why not? While people think that tobacco is a dying industry, clearly MO's financials aren't reflecting on that, as they are producing a large amount of free cash flow every quarter. I am most personally excited for Altria's potential with cannabis and the growth of that. I think that's going to be a big driver for Altria's growth in the next 50 years. With that said though, I'm not buying any Altria right now. I already have a lot in my portfolio, but I do think it's an attractive price. I'm just reinvesting my dividends at these low prices. I have gotten some flack for owning Altria, especially as a young investor. With that said, Altria isn't a core position in my portfolio, but I do have a sizable amount. Altria is good in small dosage for my portfolio. It only makes up around 4% right now. And lastly this month, I got $3.80 from Realty, not Reality Income. Realty Income has been on a bit of a dip recently, trading in the high 50s. I believe I already have enough Realty Income in my portfolio, especially since it is a lower growing company compared to maybe another REIT like Vici. With that said though, if it gets down to $55 or $56, don't be surprised if you see me buy. If you want to see me buy though and you don't want to wait every month for portfolio updates like this, join the Discord, link in the description, talk with like-minded investors, see all my buys and sells in live time. Alright, now let's get into the big topic of the day, which I think is the most important one, especially for my portfolio, and it's going to be the one that you guys have all been waiting for, which are my buys and sells this month. Admittedly, when I started this channel, I fell into the diversification trap. I'd be buying okay quality companies that are slow growing, not really the compounder kind of qualities that I'd like to buy today. Examples of companies like this are Walgreens, Kimberly-Clark, Colgate, just your typical really slow quote unquote dividend stocks with not much capital appreciation, not great share buybacks, and growth overall. To start the month off, I bought $50 worth of Costco from two buys at $528 and $531. Now, I have temporarily suspended my dollar cost averaging into Costco. I know I said I'd buy no matter what the price was, but Costco's been trading up a lot recently into the 560s. I'm going to wait for it to see where it kind of averages out before I resume my buying. I do really still think highly of Costco as a company, and I love them for the long term. But as for now, we're just going to see where it averages out. Next, here's a big one. We sold my entire Walgreens Boots Alliance position at a 38% loss at $29.35. Now, I'll have to do some explaining on this one. I'm all for holding stocks during the bad times and the good times, and I hate selling out at the bottom of companies. With that said, though, I messed up in my process when buying Walgreens. So with Walgreens, I ripped the Band-Aid on it, and as we say now in the Discord, we're in the Band-Aid ripping era of selling out of poor or, okay quality companies and reallocating that money into higher quality positions that over the long term should make up for that loss. I messed up on Walgreens, guys. I admit I take the loss on the chin there. Walgreens' payout ratio is creeping up, their financials are going down, and I just don't see a very good path in the future. From that Walgreens sell, I got nearly $250 in capital to play with. Now, when I have a huge loss on a company like this, I want to find companies where I can make up for that loss long term through different ways, obviously buybacks, dividends, and good capital appreciation. So I picked a bunch of stocks that I were rather underweight in or I felt were undervalued relative to their company's quality. To start off, I put the $50 into Waste Management. I view Waste Management as a very high quality company long term. It's a compounder. Garbage is never going away. It's going to do fine during recessions. Obviously, I've mentioned in the past, the only thing that I think is bad about Waste Management is the valuation. It's just been a company that I have been procrastinating not to buy, so I figured I'd put $50 in, build my position up a little bit, and get my quality up in the portfolio. Then I put $50 into Vici. Vici, as I mentioned, I think it's undervalued relatively to their intrinsic value right now. I like Vici in the high 30s as for like an actual fair price. So I viewed Vici as undervalued and I thought it was a good time to add to it. Then I put $50 into Realty Income. Realty Income, obviously, I feel that these REITs are being a little undervalued right now. So I figured I'd add to my Realty Income. And lastly, $50 into Union Pacific, which I viewed as a company that I've been looking to add to. And I bought this in the 200s before it went up another 10% and is trading near 230s now. Happy with that buy so far. And then I just kind of saved up the other 50 or 60 I had left in cash. So I'm storing cash right now. I'm trying to build up a little more cash, obviously, for the fall and winter when I don't have as much income unless I get monetized, which you guys can help by doing by watching more videos and hitting that subscribe button for me. But in all seriousness, very happy with that Union Pacific buy, and my position has quickly grown through capital appreciation and adding to it. Then I bought 2 shares of Vici at $30.85. I thought this is a really good price for Vici, and you guys already know I'm just going to continue adding at these prices, build up my position there. Then I put $30 in a Target at $130.98, which I view as a very good price for Target. I hope Target doesn't go up like $30 or $40 in one day, and I'm regretting that I didn't buy more on the dip. So as it continues to trade in those low 30s, definitely don't be surprised. You can see me chipping away. Then last week I put $50 in a Waste Management after they reported earnings and went on a bit of a dip. As they continue trading the low 160s and maybe even 150s, I'll definitely be looking to chip away there too. And lastly, this month I put $35 into Visa at $234.77. I view this as a very fair price for Visa. I don't think it's particularly undervalued, but why not add to one of my favorite companies at a fair value to price? Moving on, this month we got $28.55 in dividends, which typically for like those July months, it's pretty solid. Definitely growing because of Vici. Over time, nice to see the dividends rolling in. And I think it'll be cool in December if we hit that $100 month mark. I think that'll be really nice. Alright, and that's the portfolio recap, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I really appreciate it if you made it this far. You're real OG. If you haven't already, make sure to join the Discord link in the description. Meet like-minded investors. Have a gay time on there, quite frankly. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. Don't miss an upload. We're working hard, guys. We're working hard. Thank you again for 1K. And of course, guys, do dividend stocks, not drugs. Have a good one.